Okay, so today we're going to talk about fractions. So we're talking about fractions, whether they are equal parts or not. So when we look at our shapes, let's review our shapes from our geometry, and then we'll talk about if the lines cut them in half or show equal parts. So the first one, excuse me, is a circle. Does this line cut it directly in half? It does, doesn't it? And if it does, we know that this is actually called a line of symmetry. We remember that from Thursday. Remember, we folded papers, we drew lines, and we even painted on one side. And then remember, we smooshed it together. That was my word. We smooshed it. And then it really made this cool picture. Remember the heart that we made? Yeah. So that's why we need these lines of symmetry, as well as equal parts because of people like my brother. So anyway, we have lines of symmetry. So this one is two equal parts. So let's look at the next one. How about the square? If you had a cake and you really liked that cake and you hadn't eaten all day and you were really hungry, would you want this piece, or either piece would matter? I'd probably want this one, right? So we know that these two pieces are not equal. No way. How about this one? We have a rectangle, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So if you had a family of 5, would you all get an equal piece? I don't know about you, but if it was something I really didn't like, I'd want this piece because it's a lot smaller. But if I liked it, I'd probably want one of these two pieces. So if I would pick my piece, this is definitely not equal. They are not equal parts. Remember, equal means the same on both lines, or all the pieces would be equal or the same. All right? So let's look at our triangle. Well, is this piece equal to this piece? I don't think so. Wow, we're not getting very lucky here. Let's look at our octagon. Equal pieces? Again, no. So what I'd like you to do next is I'd like you to pause this video, and I'd like you to think about if these last 4 shapes are equal or not. When you're done, push play or unpause it and check the answers with me. Okay, we're back. So let's look at our square. Ooh, this one has 2 lines. So we have 4 pieces. Are they 4 equal pieces? Yes. Very good job dividing those. How about our oval? Equal or not equal? Definitely equal. How about our pentagon? Equal or not equal? Equal. And how about our hexagon? Equal or not equal? Equal. Very good. All right, so what I want you to do is get out that dry erase board again. I'm going to call it a dry erase board, even though it's not technically. It's just a page protector with a piece of paper in there, just so that it makes it easier for you to see. And let's draw some shapes. I know some of us aren't great, but just do your very best. Remember, none of us are perfect, so we're just going to try as hard as we can. So let's draw a square. Okay. If it's really bad, try again. Let's draw a circle. Oh, see, Mrs. Gross can't draw a circle, it looks like, from the side. Let me try that again. It's a little bit better. Not quite, but I'm sure yours is better than mine. And then what about a rectangle? All right, so let's try these 3 shapes. I would like for you to divide, which means to cut apart with lines. We're going to divide the square in 4 equal pieces, okay? So if you think about your lines of symmetry that we talked about on Thursday, then you can draw a line here and draw a line there. If you drew a line perfectly diagonal on both ways, that would work too. So either one of those was right. How about a circle? Let's divide it in 2 equal pieces. Remember our lines of symmetry, there were a ton of them. So where could you draw it? Really anywhere, as long as it went through that middle line, right? Oops, Mrs. Gross didn't get through that all the way middle line, but I'm close. You know what? I think I'm going to redo it because I really didn't get to that middle line. Let me try that again. There we go. That looks a lot better. Those are equal pieces. Okay, and then our rectangle, let's divide it into, let's say, 5 equal pieces. This is going to take a little bit here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. My fifth one's a little bit big. I'm going to cheat just a tiny bit. I'm going to go like this. 5. I had to take just a tiny bit off. So anyway, so there's 5 equal pieces. So I hope that you were able to do that. If you struggle on that, then why don't you stop the video, or when it's done, stop, and then go back and do it again so that you can draw all 3 of these shapes again. All right? Draw your square, a circle, and a rectangle, and try to divide them in lots of different ways. Like your rectangle, you could have divided it going across. The circle, you could have divided it someplace else. Remember, as long as it goes through that midpoint and you have 2 equal pieces. All right? So either way, practice drawing shapes and dividing them into equal